Alright, so maybe it's working now. Alright, so I'm going to head on in and hopefully this works. But if it starts giving us problems, let me know. Yes, I did know the only full-size Kmart's closing. I was actually, well, as you probably mostly know, I was there like 2 weeks ago at this point, and then the announcement came out, I think a week after I was there, which is kind of crazy. The timing is just crazy. I don't know. I would have liked to have been there once the closing signs were up, but, you know, I guess it's still good to have been there just before that happened, so, you know, I got to see it as it was. So it's kind of cool. They got this little arcade here. Got asteroids. Flappy Hat. I think that's supposed to be Flappy Bird. Let's see if I can play it. Ooh, I can play it. Oh. Let's try that again. Oh, okay. I'm not good at this. Oh. Alright. I don't like that game in real life, so we're not going to keep playing that. Maybe I can play asteroids. Alright, not bad. Yeah, I don't think there was Flappy Bird in Kmart. Probably not. Alright, so let's take a look around. Let's see how accurate this is. I'd say it looks pretty good so far. There's about as many customers here as there were when I went to Kmart a couple weeks ago. So that part is accurate. You can go belt shopping. Yeah, empty is accurate. Never been to the one in Miami, so I can't say how busy they are, though. And I was at the one in New Jersey just before it closed last year, and there were more people there than there were at the one in Bridgehampton. Yes, they do have the ceiling vents. Oh, that's some big soap. It's a 3-pack of Zest. Oh, okay. Get some always. Alright. Okay, we got a whole wall. Oh, for a second I thought these were paper towels. They're just enormous bottles of, I guess, shampoo? Hair dye? You know, having a whole wall of just one thing is accurate. Looks a lot like the one in Bridgehampton. The live stream crashed? Showing excellent condition on my end. Excellent connection, live. Doesn't look like it crashed. Did it crash? I don't think so. Can anybody confirm, did the stream crash? Of course, if you can hear me, then it didn't crash. Okay, live stream is fine. All right, thank you. Pantry. Did they have sections called pantry at Kmart? I don't remember ever seeing that. All right, let's see what they got for new releases. Dracula, Batman. So this is like 90s. Candyman, Buffy, Alien 3, Home Alone 2. Alright, and they still have VHSs, so I think this is supposed to be Kmart in the 90s or early 2000s, I think. We got some karaoke machines. Oh, and they got Windows 3.1, so that would be early 90s. Alright, so assuming everything in here is supposed to be from the same time period, then just based on these computers and the software, this is early 90s. These are probably 386s or 486s. Oh, some classic Macs. Macintosh Classic. I've got one of those. Oh, let's see what they got for software. That's cool. Oh yeah, Wolf 3D, Indiana Jones, The Fate of Atlantis, Spear of Destiny. These are all classics. Commander Keen, Prince of Persia, Myst, Wing Commander. Alright, that's accurate. I'll give it to him. Yeah, let's see if they've got NES or Sega. You may not. Alright, these are all the same computer games. And all the same computer games. Alright, hopefully that background music doesn't get this video demonetized. It's always fun when background music gets a video demonetized. VCR Plus, you remember that? Where it would skip ahead on the commercials? I never had one, so I don't know how it worked, but apparently that's what it did. Oh, here we go. Oh, Super Mario Brothers telephone. I've never seen that. Is that a real thing? If it is, I think I want one, but I've never seen that before. Yeah, we'll do a Sears once I'm done with it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Sega Menacer. I had one of these. Still have it somewhere in storage. The Sega Genesis Power Base Converter. I think that lets you play Master System games on a Genesis. Oh, remember Game Genie? The cheating software you could get? Game Gear. Oh, here's the Jaguar. Jaguar controller, but no console. Answering machines. Here we go. Got a Game Boy. Handy Boy? I don't remember Handy Boy. Sounds kind of weird, actually. Power Glove. Never had a Power Glove. Oh yeah, and the Super Scope, which is basically the same as the Sega Menacer. All right, Jaguar games. Never played the Jaguar, but I think everybody said that the only good game was Alien. Was it Alien versus Predator or just Aliens? I'm not seeing it here. Am I missing it? Oh, there it is. Aliens versus Predator. Of course, nowadays, if you were to buy these games brand new in the box like this, they'd cost probably a few $100s. Got the Game Gear. Yeah, I'd much rather pay $50 for a video game than a roll of paper towels. Genesis. Yeah, I was mostly into the Genesis back in the '90s. So I had Mortal Kombat, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Let's see what else. Oh, I had F7 117 Nightstorm. Tried playing it recently. It's kind of hard to play, but I used to love it for some reason. Terminator. I got that because it was a Terminator game and it was terrible. Horrible game. Never got past the first level. Yeah, I'm not seeing Doom. Actually, was there Doom over here? Yeah, here's Doom on the Jaguar. Got Game Boy. I had a Game Boy too. I mostly played Tetris and Mega Man. Not Mega Man. What was it? Metroid. Yeah, this one. That was a great game. And the NES. Yeah, we had, of course, Mario Brothers with Duck Hunt. And yeah, Kirby's Adventure, I played that. Too bad we didn't all buy these at the time and save them in their original packaging and then have them graded and sell them for like $500,000. It's too bad. Could all be rich right now. Super Nintendo. Yeah. Yes, and this is accurate for a Kmart. At least the one in New Jersey that I went to. Nice and empty. All right, yeah. So this doesn't make sense. They're selling the Genesis and the NES along with the MetaQuest 3. Of course, they would have that in there because this game is a VR game. I'm not playing it in VR though. I'm just playing it on mouse and keyboard. I do have a VR headset, but I get horribly sick after like 20 minutes. So I'd rather not vomit on stream. So I decided to play it on regular monitor. The garden center is looking kind of empty. Must be the winter. They haven't opened the garden center yet. Oh, now this looks familiar. From the Bridgehampton Kmart. These are probably $30 each. All right, here's the toy section. Let's see what they got. All right, these are the little kid toys. Legos. I never really got into Legos. I was more of a constructs guy back in the 80s. Yeah, there'll probably be moths in the dog food aisle once we get to there, wherever that might be. Got board games. Yeah, this is accurate. You know, a nice empty toy section without much selection. Yeah, this must be a Kmart that's going out of business. Yeah, I don't think Kmart would be working on a Porsche. And is that a Ferrari over there? Yeah, if I own a Ferrari or a Porsche, I'm not bringing it to Kmart to get serviced. Yeah, 1995 for an oil change. Not anymore. I think I got charged like $89 for an oil change at Firestone recently. Ridiculous. All right, so they have Craftsman. Did Kmart have Craftsman back in the 90s? Because I thought Craftsman was a Sears thing. At least it was back then. I don't think they had Craftsman at Sears or at Kmart in the 90s. Layaway and restrooms? Let's see, can we go in here? Oh, no. Oh, it won't let me in. Just shoots me back out. Alright, is anybody in here? Hopefully this won't get me demonetized showing a toilet on stream. Kmart and Sears are currently owned by the same company, but I don't think they were in the 90s. Oh, going in the women's bathroom. Uh-oh. Yeah, looks about the same. Oh, won't let me in. Okay, and they have the spray paint behind glass, which they wouldn't have had it behind glass in the 90s. That's a new thing. Back in the 90s, they'd let a 6-year-old buy a can of paint. Well, they've got a whole aisle for Chia Pets. Oh, I guess as seen on TV stuff. The Floby. Saw one of these at a flea market recently. But the one I saw was just in a plain white box. Wasn't in this made as seen on TV box. Yes, they did have cigarette vending machines back in the 90s. I remember that. So that also meant that if you were a kid, you could go buy cigarettes from a vending machine because nobody was there checking them. They were usually at the entrance to restaurants and grocery stores. It's very different times back then. Alright, it won't let me play. Oak Park Mall? No, never been there. I will eventually. I'm trying to finish off Pennsylvania malls. Probably, maybe in December or early next year, because I've got enough videos to get me through December. So I don't want to just keep stacking up more and more mall videos until I've posted the ones I've already filmed. But yeah, probably towards the end of December or mid-December, I'll head back down to Pennsylvania for more mall videos. Little Caesars? Is this place supposed to have a Little Caesars? There's a different Kmart and VR chat. The one I went to before, I think it did have a Little Caesars near the front, but this is a different one. We'll try to find that one later. From the outside, it looks like the same Kmart, but it is slightly different. Non-humanoid apparel. Okay. Yeah, I don't think they had signs like that. Oh yeah, so this is a super Kmart. So maybe the one I'm thinking about is the in VR chat is just a regular Kmart. Oh, copyrighted music. Darn it. Didn't even hear that playing. Gotta get away from it. Oh, here's the Little Caesars. See, I hadn't been to a Kmart between like 1995 and 2023, so I don't remember any of these things. I don't remember there being Little Caesars in there. Oh, this darn music. Ah, it's louder over there. Blue light special's back. Okay, well, where's the blue light? Oh, is this the blue light? No. Is it? Yes. This is the actual blue light. The one that Bridgehampton, New York does not have. They just have little pieces of paper on their stuff saying, this is a blue light special. Well, guess what? It's not a blue light special if there's no blue light. Yeah, I know. You can turn it off in settings, but the settings are outside of the mall or outside of the Kmart. So, and when I first came in, there was no music playing. It didn't start until later. So actually, let's go outside. I think there was more out in the parking lot. And actually, I'll turn off that sound. Okay, alright, so here we can go to a Kmart Express or a Kmart Supercenter, but this is a Kmart Supercenter. This might be a different one, though. Alright, let's see what we got over here. Looks like a gas station. When I was going to Kmart's back in the 90s and earlier, they did not have their own gas stations. That just wasn't a thing back then. I don't think that's accurate. Let's see if we can go in here. No, we can't get past this. All right, let's go to this Kmart Express. Oh, so this is just like a convenience store. Ah, music. Must escape the music. Oh, there's the actual Kmart. Alright, so this one looks different. This is not the one I remember. There was one that had like a glass, like a restaurant with a glass canopy over it. But this one kind of looks like the one we were just at. Alright, we can't go in this one for some reason. Alright, this is the same one we were just at. Let me see if I can find the other Kmart. Alright, well, let's try this one, see what this is. Oh yeah, this is the one I was thinking of. Yeah, and I know I'm going to have to turn off the music in here. Oh, that's cool. It has me on CCTV. Okay, so there's other people in this one. Yeah, this is the one I was thinking of where it has this glass, I don't know what you call this. It's almost like a sunroom or almost like a greenhouse. Yeah, I think that's cool. That looks really neat. You don't see enough restaurants anymore that have glass canopies like this. Yeah, so this one's got a grocery store in it. No, you do not need a VR headset for this. You can play it in either VR or like on regular computer screen. I'm doing it on the regular screen right now just because I would get violently ill if I was wearing a VR headset for more than like 20 minutes or so. All right, so I would say these are fairly accurate representations of Kmart. Got those vents again. This game is free. You can pay. There's a fee you can pay if you want to get like extra features or whatever, but I don't pay for it. This is all free. So if you want to get it, just go on Steam and search for VR chat. Oh, here's the back room. I don't think it'll let me go in here. No. Yeah, it just shoots me out again. Sham Wow. Remember that? With Vince? I think he was the salesman. So the only thing I don't like about VR chat is you get a lot of really young people in here that are just like, they're acting like young people. And me being in my late 40s, I don't know, I can't really deal with that too much. Oh, they're working on Porsches too. And was this a Land Rover? Kind of looks like it. Oh, that's cool. What's over there? With all the blue light. Oh. Oh, it's the electronic section. Oh, where was all that blue light coming from? Not here. There we go. Oh. Totally cool. So they have a Halloween thing set up. That's cool. So it's like a Spirit Halloween. Ah, music. Nope, I never went trick-or-treating at the mall. Never heard of that. We always did it around the neighborhood. Nowadays, everybody does it in parking lots with with a trunk or treat or whatever they call it. All right, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go to another place where it's just me. Because sometimes people in here say things that are very bad. Especially if you're streaming. Let's go to a Sears. Oh, more music. All right, how do I shut off the music? Usually there's an option in the in this place where you can shut off the music. I don't know how else to do it. Let me see. Ah, no, this is bad. All right, we can't be. All right, I'm gonna have to leave it with the background sound off. At least in here. So I'll just have the my background mall music playing. Oh. I don't remember my Sears ever using that logo. I think that's an old logo. This kind of looks like the Sears in Braintree, Mass, where everything's spread out like this. I guess this looks like a Sears. I mean, there's nothing here that's jumping out at me saying this is definitely a Sears. The Kmart looked very much like a Kmart, but this kind of just looks like a generic store. It's not bad. It's just nothing about it is making me say, oh yeah, we're definitely at Kmart. Like the logo, though. That's pretty cool. No, Sears is not completely out of business. There's a Sears still open in Braintree, Massachusetts, which is the only one near me. And then I think there's one in Orlando. I think there's like 10 or something like that. Yes, you're hearing voices with nobody around because these VR chat rooms don't have any background noise, so they're completely silent, which to me drives me crazy when I'm just walking around in complete silence. And also, this one was playing copyrighted music, so I had to shut off any sounds it was playing. All right, let's take a look at a mall. See if they got any malls in here. Oh, what am I doing? Willamette Mall. Is that a real mall? Does anybody know? Is this a real mall? Well, let's find out. Yeah, thanks for watching the videos. Alright, so here's the Willamette Mall. That, that looks like the... What's that flea market I went to? The one in Massachusetts where it has a flea out front. That looks like the flea. Can't remember the name of it. Oh, it looks like that. Willamette Parkview Mall. Yeah. So again, I'm asking the question, is this a dead mall, a dying mall, or is it doing just fine? Say, in my opinion, based on the lack of customers, this is a dying mall. It's got plenty of stores, though. Never seen a store like this. Kind of looks like something out of Harry Potter. I think they do have a 70s mall in here somewhere. We can take a look in a minute. It's my favorite part of going to malls, looking up at the ceiling. And then looking down. Yeah, see, these are not real stores. Robe Saka Digital. That's a questionable movie. Yeah, they don't even have real movies. It's kind of lame. All right, let's see. Want to have at least real names in here. Emeralds. Yeah, these are all. Let's do a speed run of this mall, and then try to find one with actual real stores. I like the indoor palm trees. No fountain, though. Paradise Plaza. This must be the movie theater. Yeah, I don't know where the food court is. I've never been here before. Yeah, if this was a real mall, this would be a cool mall. Just for the palm trees and, you know, the actual foliage. Yeah, if it doesn't have a fountain, it's not a mall. Then I would say 90% of the malls are not actual malls then. Because most of them no longer have fountains. Most of them had fountains at one point, and then they removed them for who knows what reason. Probably because they cost too much to maintain. It is dark in here. But then again, I went to the, what was it, Oxford Valley Mall, my latest mall video. That place was pretty dark. So was Livingston Mall. I remember that was really dark. Probably because they're trying to save electricity by turning the lights off. Which is never a good sign. This is a real mall in Salem, Oregon? Well, if it is, then they've obviously changed the names of the stores, though. Probably because they didn't want to get copyrighted or something. All right, what's going on here? All right, let's try to find another mall that's a little bit different. Let's see. We got Abandoned Mall. Empty mall. No, I do not have kids. Only my dog. Alright, this one has a fountain, so let's go here. Okay, so we're somewhere in Asia, apparently. Alright, I don't like this mall. I don't like it. Let's try. Okay, we went there. Alright, let's try this one. No, it was Willamette. We were just at Willamette. Is that the same one? Let's try this one. Western PA malls? No. Not yet. Probably in the next trip. There's a lot of malls in Pennsylvania, as you may know. And I've done a few of them, but there are dozens more to get to. Oh, is this it? Whispering Oaks Mall. So, okay, does anybody know, is this a real mall? I'm going to say no. Alright, so we got real store names here. We got Payless Shoes. That directory's not very helpful. Looks like a lot of stores are closed, though. This would be a cool mall to explore if it were real. With all the neon still on and most of the stores closed. I've never heard of Pizza Mia. Never heard of it. Large Henry? What is that? Never heard of it. Yeah, see, I don't know if these are real stores. I've never heard of this. Of course, I don't go into smoke shops like that, or whatever you call them. Store closing. Oh, KB. When did KB's go out of business? Like 2015 or 2010 or something like that? It's been a while. These are always creepy to see. These indoor playgrounds like this. GameStop. Nothing up here. Oh, is that it? I think we saw the whole mall. All right, next mall. Let's try out this. (2009) is when KB went out of business. That was a long time ago. 15 years, that's crazy. So here's what the malls will look like in, say, 30 years. Hopefully not all of them, but I think a lot of them might. Yes, I broke in. That's one thing I won't do in a YouTube video. I know a lot of channels will explore abandoned malls. And I don't know. I don't know how they don't get arrested for trespassing or something like that. I would never never risk that. Because I have a real job too, and I don't think my real job would like it if I was breaking into abandoned malls and abandoned stores. Might be frowned upon, possibly. Yeah, definitely not a real mall. This mall's too small, actually. Of course, I'm sure there's malls that are this small out there, but yeah. It's pretty cool, but definitely not real. Colony Center. You know what? I've been to so many malls that I honestly don't remember which one's Colony Center. I think that's in New York, right? But I honestly don't remember. I don't remember it. I'd have to watch my video to actually remember that mall. I think it's doing just fine, but I could be thinking of another mall. Let's try this. We're locked in. Oh, it's Willamette Mall again. We were already here. Yeah, we were here. Oh, jeez. All right. Let's try that again. Oh, yeah, these are not malls. try. Okay, we did not go here. Yes, Crystal Mall is definitely dying. No, I do not remember Disc Jockey. Never heard of it. No, it might have been a regional thing. That's the thing. A lot of times I'll go to a mall and I'll see a store and be like, never heard of it, and people are like, how can you have never heard of that store? Well, because they didn't have any in Connecticut. I'm from Connecticut, so if the mall wasn't in Connecticut in the '80s or Massachusetts, I probably haven't heard of it. So this is pretty. Geez, excuse me. This is pretty accurate for a dead mall with all the restaurants being closed. Pizza Zone. I like the neon. Yes, West Farms is healthy. West Farms is doing fine. Like, there's no issues with West Farms, which I don't know why that is. I mean, it's got great stores and everything. I just don't know why it's doing so well, and pretty much every other mall is not. All right, this mall is kind of boring. Oh, they got a water fountain though, so that's a plus. Yeah, I think Pheasant Lane Mall is on the border with Massachusetts and New Hampshire. I think it's actually in both states, I think, if I'm remembering properly. So it gives them some weird issues with like sales tax and stuff like that. Yeah, thanks. I think it is. I kind of like this. It's fun to take a look at these places, but of course the real thing is much better than this generally. I just wish they had like actual people walking around and more sounds. A lot of these things, like I said, are pretty quiet. There's not much going on, so it makes them less realistic. Like, for example, they should have a water sound here, but they don't. All right, well, we've seen this. We might be running out of malls. Let's see what else I can think of here. Sears, Kmart. See if they have a Caldor. No, not Color. Caldor. Alright, there's no Caldor. Let's try Bradley's. No, no Bradley's. Waterbury Mall? You mean Brass Mill Center? Let's check out a VHS store. Oh yeah, Ames. I can try that. I'd say if they don't have Caldor or Bradley, the odds of them having an Ames are kind of low. Yeah, honestly, in Connecticut, the only mall that I could, well, two malls in Connecticut that I would say are not dead or dying are West Farms and Danbury Fair. All the other ones, you know, you can make a pretty good argument that they're dead or dying. All right, this is no fun. You can't see any of the titles. That's kind of cool. All right, let's see if there's names. Nope, no Ames. All right, Neo 80s Mall. Let's see what this is. Buckland Hills. I haven't been there since I think Christmas Eve is when Christmas Eve 23 is when I was last there, and it seemed to be doing okay. But I think it went excuse me, went into foreclosure recently. I think something like that. They've had some sort of financial issues. So compared to like Crystal Mall, it's doing okay, but I think they are having their own issues as well. I'll probably do a revisit of the Buckland Hills Mall probably sometime later this year. It's not far from me, so I can do that. Oh yeah, Toys R Us. Let's see if there's a Toys R Us. Oh, there's a Toys R Us. All right, let's check out. Damn, can't stop coughing. Let's check out Toys R Us. Do they have VR? Or do they have airports in VR? I don't know. Oh, all the shelves are empty. All right, so this could be a pretty good Toys R Us if they actually had toys on the shelves. It kind of reminds me vaguely of how Toys R Us used to look back in like the 80s and 90s. Buckeyes or Buckies? Is that how you spell it, or is it two C's? Well, neither one of them works. All right, yeah, so does anybody have a suggestion of where to go next? Oh, of course we got McDonald's. Let's try that real quick. Bucky's. Too bad it's not a old style McDonald's. Do they even have Ronald McDonald at McDonald's anymore? I don't think so. I think these are old prices. Yeah, working McFlurry machine? Probably not. Candy corn ice cream, that's gross. No grills. All right, let's see if they have aims. No, no aims. No. Isn't Bucky spelled with... There's no K in Bucky's, is there? Best Buy. No, I did not try Best Buy. Oh, not seeing a Best Buy. McDonald's. Oh, IKEA. Somebody said IKEA. Let's try that. IKEA apartment. Alright, so this might be an IKEA. Let's see what this is. What is going on here? Alright, this does not look right. No, excuse me. Something is very wrong here. Alright, yeah, so there's something wrong with this one. That's not correct. Let's see. Alright, so we do have Blockbuster. Let's try that. Not really feeling this as a Blockbuster. No. No, this is not Blockbuster. Sorry. Let's try this one. This one looks more legit. Oh yeah, we'll have to check out Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, that's cool. I just realized I misspelled Kmart in the title of the video. That's good. Alright, so this is more like it. Children's Palace? No. Remember some Child's World, I remember. Yeah, around here in Connecticut we had Toys R Us and Child's World and KB. And those are the only toy stores I remember. At least the only big ones. See, now, the only thing here about this Blockbuster that's not accurate, the way I recall it was that they would have the boxes, like the actual boxes that they came in, and then they would have the actual movies in a white box behind the actual box. I think. But they definitely had the Blockbuster boxes, and then they had the actual boxes they were sold in. And it's all the same movies repeating. Nope. Alright, yeah, so this one's pretty accurate. Not 100%, but it's not bad. Yeah, I know. Silence of the Lambs is in the comedy section. They just kept repeating the same movies in each section. Let's see. Let's try Buc-ee's. Nope, still no Buc-ee's. So apparently there's no Buc-ee's, which is surprising. Let's see. Oh yeah, Chuck E. Cheese. Not sure which one of these is actually good, so let's check out this one first. Yes, West Coast Video. I remember that. We had Video Galaxy 2 around here. It was like Video Galaxy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. So that was like the big local chain was Video Galaxy, and then there was Blockbuster. I think Blockbuster came in after Video Galaxy. Experience. Is this the... Okay, this is the real one then? The real Chuck E. Cheese? Okay, so this is a more modern Chuck E. Cheese. This is not the one from the 80s that I remember. It's definitely a more modern one. But it does have the stage show, I think, so that makes it a little bit older. Oh, what happened? Nope, can't hear him. Oh, because I shut off the sound. Is this an actual Chuck E. Cheese tape? The only one I remember is the one I went to back in '87, and it was much different than this. All right, that was pretty cool. All right, what is this? Oh, you can dress up as Chuck E. Cheese. No, don't want to do that. See if I can ride this. I remember it being more exciting as a kid. All right, let's try something else here. Let's try Pizza Hut. Well, this is not the most detailed Pizza Hut I've ever seen. And apparently this Pizza Hut is in somebody's garage. Oh yeah, it's in somebody's garage. Alright. That is not what I thought it was. Alright, Dave and Buster's. Let's see. No, not seeing Dave and Buster's. see, Suncoast. Nope. No Suncoast. Let's try KB. No. Oh, they have an Applebee's. Let's try that. Seems too bright for an Applebee's. Most of the Applebee's I go into are pretty dark. Yeah, it's way too bright in here. Nope, no big Y. Let's try maybe a Stop and Shop. Nope, no Stop and Shop. Let's see what else. All right, let's try out Burger King. I don't know. This doesn't look like a Burger King to me. At least not one I've been in. Now I can't get the door closed. Come on. Close. Alright, that's not working. Yes, it's too white. It would never be this bright inside a Burger King. Alright, I think I'll try one more place and then I'll probably wrap it up for the day. Let's see. What can we try here? Alright, let's try 7-Eleven. Nope, that's not. Didn't write 7-Eleven. 7. No 7-Eleven? They gotta have 7-Eleven. Oh, there you go. 7-Eleven. Did we already go here? It feels like we already went here. Woolworths. I'd say there's almost no chance of them having a Woolworths in here. At least in the United States, Woolworths has been out of business for a long time. I think, is it still in business over in Britain, possibly? Yeah, see, most of these are modern versions of the stores. I'd rather have like 80s, 70s, 80s versions. That'd be cool. Saw another 7-Eleven Taiwan. I don't know if that's the same. Yeah, I don't know if that's the same 7-Eleven. Check it out, though. Woolworths in Jamaica. Never would have thought that. Oh, yeah, that's 7-Eleven. Of course, I can't read any of the labels. City Cafe? Is that supposed to be some version of City Cafe? Yeah, I did type 7-11 and I don't think anything came up. Or maybe it's 7-Eleven? No. Nope, that doesn't work. Alright, we'll try Woolworths, and then that'll be about it. No, no Woolworths. Alright, we'll try 7-Eleven. Oh. Oh, okay. So that actually worked. Unless, is this the one we already went to? This might be the one we already went to, but I'll check it out. Oh, Mr. T cereal. I remember that. I think it was basically like Captain Crunch. I definitely don't remember KFC cereal. Oh no, we got music playing. Where do I shut that off? then these are all generic. Oh, and they sell, is that, not a trumpet. It's a trumpet, right? I should know my instruments. Yeah, KFC cereal. That's kind of funny. I remember though at Walmart they were selling KFC scented logs for your fireplace. Not joking. Ooh, Mr. Beast Burger. I actually heard Mr. Beast Burger is not that good. I know they have one at the American Dream Mall that I went to, but I guess the reviews are not good. Not surprising, though. World Audio? There you go. Thanks for that. What'd the sign behind the counter say? I miss my wife. What? That is kind of funny. Yeah, they have a lot of hidden jokes in here. Alright, well, I've been streaming for like an hour and 45 minutes, apparently? How is that possible? That's crazy. Doesn't seem like it's been that long, but I am tired and thirsty, so I think I'm going to wrap this up. So I guess this went okay. You know, initially we had some technical difficulties, but I think I figured those out. And yeah, so if you want me to do this again, let me know. I mean, I probably can. It would probably have to be like a Saturday night because the rest of the time I am working on videos or actually working at my real job. So, all right. Well, thanks for everybody stopping by, and hopefully it wasn't too boring. And I'll see you next time. If I now have to figure out how to end the stream. All right, I think this will do it. See ya.